Well, that would have been bad if I had started streaming. What's going on, everybody? I'm a little more energetic than my demeanor would probably suggest. I've actually been very tired, and that's why I'm primarily not streaming this evening. Excuse the mess in the back. I still had to recover from my last week's shifts and everything. But they finally did it. They released the patch notes and updated the game with the hotfix, which is what I've been anticipating. And, we were having a guest earlier in the day of whether or not they were going to do it today. But here we are. Retail patch notes for February 21st. So I'm going to go read through them real quick because I have yet to actually read them in the finer detail and process everything. Alright, so let's take a look. Okay, so just hero updates. Any patch notes? Nope. Okay, so we just have heroes. I saw a couple of them. I did manage to read it on a post, but I wanted to read it from the official site before I made any opinions. So for D.Va, okay, so light gun, base projectile size decreased. So this is her baby form. So this doesn't even affect her mech form. She didn't get any nerfs per se. She did get a nerf for her baby form, but her baby form, by that point, you're either dead or getting your mech back. It's very easy to get hits with that weapon anyway. So that's actually not too bad. It's a net nerf, but sure. Roadhog, take a breather. Damage reduction increased to 50%. Oh my god, the only way they can make him work is to just increase his damage reduction. All in all, I guess it's a good change. It's just going to make him harder to kill since it's easier to hit him, but Zarya, I saw people going off on this on Overwatch Calvary's post when I read through some of the stuff, but Zarya got something here. Primary fire, minimum damage increased from 85 to 95, and her primary fire maximum damage increased to 190 per second. So they gave her a damage buff. I guess that helps because everybody got an increase, and Zarya is not known for her damage. She's got very good damage when you get down to it, but poor lady does need some help. I don't see this as being an issue. She's already oppressive in some instances and not, but she does need to remain viable as a tank, especially when she's solo. I can't wait for 6v6 to come back. Hanzo! So now we're going to the damage category. I'm joking around here. I'm very shot, so ignore everything I say as far as jokes going around. Base projectile size is reduced from 0.1 to 0.75 meters. Total projectile size is now 0.117. So instead of 2 meters, it's 0.175. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. This is actually good, and he needed that, supposedly. They do probably need to buff his damage, though. I'm going to get onto it when I hit Widow. I saw Widow was on here, and I kind of processed a little bit of it, and I have a very strong opinion for at least her. Junkrat. Concussion Mine. His cooldown is decreased by a second. Why? I don't know. Maximum damage increased to 120, and minimum damage increased to 55. I mean, I see the minimum damage thing because he needs to be able to be somewhat viable, but his maximum damage, I was kind of glad that he didn't have the two-piece combo anymore, because it's already hard enough to kind of get him in bad positioning, and it's times he wants to play Rambo that it makes it fun to play against. Yeah. He didn't need that. He didn't need it at all. I guess it was maybe because he was struggling in the lower ranks. Soldier 76. I'm so glad they did something with him, but unfortunately it's another net nerf. And then they made his projectile size smaller. He now uses a smaller 0.05 meter hit scan projectile size modifier, and it's now 0.05. I don't know what it was at before, but if they just reverted it, yeah, I'm not sure what they mean by that, but he's a very aim-dependent hero. I don't see that as being an issue. I think everybody will still have a good time with him. They really need to give him a quality of life change at some point. The poor guy needs it. Tracer, minimum fall-off range reduced to 10 meters. So in other words, she can't shoot as far. I'm okay with that because Tracer was never really meant to be shooting from afar off anyway with her spread. This kind of feels right. I'll give it that. There's really no notes, so there's no rhyme to the reason, but Okay, Widowmaker. Now for the fun part. So they reduced her hit scan projectile size modifier once again, same as Soldier 76. So instead of having the increase like everybody else, he's now total projectile size the same as Widow's. But the fun part about this, her scoped shot damage fall off finally got buffed again. I don't know if it was because they realized the mistake they made, but if it was just because they're realizing she's not being as good as she normally was, I'm glad that they increased her range. I mean, it's only by like 10 meters both ways, minimum and maximum fall off. I really didn't understand why they did that. Everybody complaining about Widowmaker, my real biggest pet peeve, when anybody complains about, oh, Widow's so strong, her one-shot capability. All I hear is, I ran out in the middle of an open space with a Widow on the opposite team, and I didn't use my walls properly, thinking that she wouldn't be able to take my head. What I also hear is one of three things. Number one, wah. Number two, why one shot? And number three, I should have pulled a Buzz from Home Alone on this one. It would have been more sarcastic. But really, sincerely, those two, and then number three, all I hear is that you didn't respect her. Nobody wants to respect her, so you're going to just get your head taken off. I don't really blame anybody. If you go out in the open with a Widowmaker on the opponent team, but you don't do anything to play smarter and around it, which is, by the way, everybody's problem and prerogative, that's on you. Sorry, but Widow's not powerful. She's very easy to counter. I play Widow, and it's very hard to get value from her when you got a good, oppressive team that knows how to get in your face. And I play in Plat, so I'm still in the metal ranks. Illari, Healing Pylon. This is for the support heroes now. Cooldown decreased from 8 to 6 seconds. Good. Cooldown when destroyed decreased to 12 seconds. It's because of the whole oppression thing and being able to pump out a little bit more heals. They're not increasing the amount of heals, they're just increasing the frequency of using Healing Pylon, which in turn, in the long run, means more heals. Captive Sun. Sunstruck Explosion increased to 160. But it now has a damage fall off again. I don't know what that means. They don't... maybe I have to look it up again. I don't know what the fall off is. 110%. I guess it's the initial damage that it deals when you launch it, and then it's a certain... I guess that's what it means. I'm not sure. But they just don't know what they want anymore. It's kind of showing. It's kind of telling. Lucio's Sonic Amplifier. Base projectile size reduced to 1 meter, and now it's 0.25 meters. Not bad. Not bad. Mercy. So this is actually a funny one I wanted to bring up, but I don't even know how you pronounce that word anymore. I'm just so shot. Her base projectile size reduced from 0.25 to 0.2. Total projectile size is now 0.3 meters. I heard people complaining like, why did Mercy get the nerf? Bro, she's aiming at targets the size of humans with projectiles the size of buses. This is actually good, whether or not you want to admit it. Just throwing that out there. And then the last hero, because there's not really much to go, they decreased the base health for Zenyatta, going back 25 health points, so that brings it back to 250. Good change. And then his knockback is decreased by 25%, so if I recall correctly, he had like a 50% knockback? So reducing it to 25% is actually not that bad. Is there anything on... No. Stop buffing brain-dead tanks. Oh my god, shut up. Patch notes are up. Arguing time. He got it. Let's see. Nothing. Okay, so nothing from them. Yeah. So as far as that goes, no extra news about the thing over here? Okay, so just the hotfix. Yeah, so hotfix, overall, I actually like it. Good steps in the right direction for Season 9. Not really anything for me to go over at the minute. Everybody pretty much has put in their opinion at this time. I've lightened my load. I still don't agree with the direction that they went. They probably should have gone a different direction. But having the patch out and seeing what everybody's been doing and how the flow of the game has been going, obviously we kind of over-exaggerated. I over-exaggerated for sure, and I apologize on that end. Do I still think it's a bad patch? Absolutely. Is it as bad as I made it out to be? No. I made it out to be like a point one, like a 1 out of 10, and when really it's like a 4.5 out of 10. There were some good changes. The competitive stuff, the changes, the gameplay changes. I will go back a step and just reiterate 6v6 would solve a lot of issues. But we're not ready for that rage war in this video, unless you want to have it in the comments section, and I'll gladly ignore it for the weekend. Anyway, let me know what you guys' thoughts are, and I'll talk to you guys later.